Hey everybody, welcome back! Today I have a fun 12 by 12 layout that I'm going to insert into my scrapbook, and I'm going to be using a couple different things. I'm going to do a technique that I'm pretty sure most of you have seen on this channel. It's nothing new. It's also a fun way to use up scraps. I've done it with a tag, but today I'm going to do it with a layout. I'm also going to be using Scraps and Ink mouse head wooden pieces. And what else? The acrylic. Look at this cute Mickey Mouse acrylic, isn't it? Focus. There we go. Isn't it cute? Look at it. I'm going to add that onto my layout. And of course, I have my pictures. I'm also a big fan of doing kind of before and after, now and then pictures. This is a picture of my family. In 2014, we went to Disney. We used to have Disney passes, so we would be there very often. And then our last trip recently in April. And look at this. So I'm going to lay out these pictures on the side, and I'm going to get my 12 by 12 page ready. And I'm using Barely Earth's craft glue. And as crafters, we always have lots of papers laying around, so I just cut them in strips. And bonus, if they are double-sided paper, you get more patterns. So I'm going ahead and I collected the colors that kind of match, which of course are the colors yellow, red, blue, white, a little bit of black in there as well, and just layering them at an angle because I do want these strips to go from the bottom right hand corner and the top left hand corner. So I'm adding in that, and this glue is perfect because it dries fairly quickly, at least for these strips it does. Turning it around and then just going to cut off the edges really quickly. And I'm going to do the exact same thing for the other side. I think I cut too many strips. These are 1-inch strips, and I just kind of used what was left over from the little pieces that I cut off, and then adding in longer ones. And I did cut some plain pieces of paper as well to give the eye a little bit of resting space, and just trimming down some of them that I thought were a little too wide. But look, isn't that cute? Later on I noticed that it matches my sweater in the picture. Anyway, so this is my layout, and I wanted my pictures to pop, so I'm going to pop them up on some yellow cardstock. Look at this transition right here. Ta-da! Oh my gosh, I loved it. Anyways, so I'm figuring out how I want to lay these pictures out because I do want them to show, you know, the family, and I'm adding them at an angle and then not really. So I'm just going to leave them across. There we go, side by side, I guess. Adding in some more of this glue because it is fantastic when it comes to gluing down paper. Oh, it's so strong. I love this glue. Anyway, so I have this little press right here. It is a DIY in itself because it is actually a candle holder. I just added a little bit of felt on the bottom, and I wanted to press down my pictures, but I am not a fan of fingerprints on pictures, so that's why I used that little felt press down piece that I made. Anyway, so here is my wooden piece. And I'm trying to figure out where I want it, and then I'm going to distress ink it. I was going to use the color Barn Door. I ended up not using it. It was too light. And then I'm going to use this color right here, which is, what is this color? Picked raspberry, I think. But look at my ink, my little ink pad. It is so juicy. Am I the only one that has this problem? Please let me know. Do your inks do this? And it's only this red one. I think I have an orange one that does it too. And they're set up in a little, it has a spot where they're standing up really nice and flat. So I don't know why they would get all juicy like that. Anyway, I'm adding in some black soot on the edges and going to bring back the red color and kind of tie it in. I want there to be some kind of dimension as well as a little bit of a darker shade, not completely stark bright red. And I think it came out really well according to the colors that I wanted. I didn't want it to be super red. I wanted it to have a little bit of a different tone compared to the layout. Now I'm going to go set it aside, maybe do some heat heat on it. Now while that's drying, I am going to add in my title, and I'm using these letters. Have you ever gotten a pack of letters that do not want to come off of the packaging? That's exactly what happened with these letters. I had to pull them apart separately and then put them on the side, and the adhesive was coming off, so that's why I'm gluing them on separately. They were not cooperating. They were ripping, and so this is my alternate solution, is to just add in some glue anyways. They're going to be there permanently. And the title is Memories. I'm starting from the last letter over because I wanted there to be enough space on each side. So that's, here we go. It is one of those letters I do not want to leave the rest of the set, but I made it work. I just added in those little dots to add in something else. Now here is the wood piece that I ended up kind of letting it dry for a bit more, and then I'm going to add in this acrylic piece. I just used glue dots, really thick, really strong adhesive on that one, because I wasn't sure if it was going to stick on a wood piece that was distressed. Then I added some stickles on there, and it's nice and shiny. This is the final look on my layout. It's a fun way to use up those scraps. And I altered a wooden mouse head. So that's a great way to use up those wood pieces as well by distressing. Hope you enjoyed this layout. I will be doing more 12 by 12 layouts, and I hope you enjoy them. Now to put this into my album. Thanks for stopping by, guys. Bye!